Welcome to Design Diary, the podcast where you get to look inside my board game design notebook as well as what's going on inside my head. We look at a new word each day from the sense of mechanics, tone, theme, or inspiration for a full game. Today's word is
Voracity, the quality or state of being ravenous or insatiable. So my first thought with this is, I say naturally, but I might not be right. Like werewolves or vampire. Excuse me, I have the hiccups and I have been waiting for them to go away and they haven't. Werewolves or vampires, and I went with werewolves. They're usually turned into a werewolf. Excuse me. They're usually have this voracious, ravenous appetite where they need to essentially eat. And, bite a human or sometimes another werewolf or whatever it might be. Vampires have the thirst for blood. Werewolves are, looking for flesh or whatever it might be. But there's two reasons they become a werewolf. It's because they're cursed or they have an affliction, which was usually bitten by another werewolf or something along those lines. So I've never really dipped into like a werewolf game, but I wanted to think about this, and I wanted a scale of how ravenous they are. So something to show when they are kind of low on their appetite or when they're very high. And things just get worse and worse until they're fed. And I sort of stretch away from that. And I'll tell you why. So I said it could be as simple as a werewolf-style card game where each turn that you don't eat, you flip a card over from the center deck. Together, these will add up to make your ravenous scale. So each card is part of your scale, but maybe you have a few random icons showing, and you're safe because there's no set. But once you get a set, you're going to eat. And I said that you need to watch out there. And I feel like the watch out shouldn't be when you eat. It should be as you're getting hungrier. The more cards out there, the more you need to watch out. But if you don't fulfill the hunger, what happens is you're going to do some bad things. So I said things that could get you killed or injured. So the more cards that you have up there, the more risky it is. The cards are going to flip to show the directions that your tastes are leaning. And a couple options I wrote were that you bite another werewolf. You bite a non-werewolf, like any non-werewolf. You could bite the nearest person to you. And you could bite a family member. And these could just be the other players. And we could all be, in a, large player count game. It could be that, but it could also be things on a board. So each will end in different ways and impact the ongoing game. So if I bite a family member, that does something differently than a somebody I don't know. What I really like about this though, and if this actually works, is that if you don't bite somebody by the end of the round, you start the next round, 1, starving and angry, and 2, you carry over everything from the last round. So you carry over all this like hunger, ravenous baggage, where you're going to eat early on in this next night, and an early feeding has to also be not good for some reason. So a lot of this game is going to be about balancing the sets that you're getting on when you can eat, what you can eat, trying to push it to as late as possible in the turn to maybe get the most out of the turn. But the longer it goes, the more, vicious you get, the more unwieldy you get and things like that. And that's pretty much where my notes stop. I just want to explore card-based game where these sets are coming out you're sort of doing a little bit of a press your luck, and you want to go out late, but you want to make sure that you go out. And yeah, I mean, it's almost like it could be a traditional card game at that, and then build from that moment. But the idea is that you want to go out late. You want to sort of control your sets and make them as safe as possible. But the longer you wait and the more that you can't do this, and the idea started out random where these cards just come out, but I feel like there's ways to impact that, ways to add to it and detract from it and things like that. But that's all I have right now. And I have this extreme case of the hiccups that's really bad for podcasting, so I'm going to take care of that. I have no clue how. But yeah, if you have anything for Voracity, not voracious, Voracity, let us know. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. See ya.